3, 2, 1.
Boom. Just like that. With another episode of Down by Zero, we are back. It's been a while, but we got a good episode for y'all today. NFL playoffs are down to stretch. We're coming down to the NFL playoffs. Citizen. So we're going to talk about it. I'm here with my crew. We have a new guest today.
New character unlocked.
So be ready for what's coming. But you got your host, JR Flores. To the left of me, to the right of you, we got...
My name is Marco. Nice to be here. Try laughing at.
We got my boy, PJ, with the happy dad hat on. Then we got my boy over there, the little brother or the big brother, my boy Ed.
What's up, whoa?
With the who hat.
So how you feeling? I know Ed over there happy as hell.
Happy as can be. Y'all know why? Because we're the best team in the NFL.
I won't disagree to that.
I can't disagree to that.
But, I mean, I want to see what y'all do.
Cause we've seen this.
Playoffs.
We've seen this story so many times. Y'all have a great regular season and then y'all blow it in the playoffs per usual. That's why I say y'all gonna find a way to blow it.
Man, this is a battle tested team right here, man. This is Lamar Jackson in his his prime right now.
And that's why whenever we say that, you don't argue about it because you know this has been past history. Y'all have had great regular seasons in the playoffs. Y'all blow that shit.
I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't felt like this in a long time.
I know,
So
2019.
So it's depending on what's the matchups right now.
Man, we got great matchups in these NFL playoffs coming up. On the NFC playoff bracket, we have San Francisco, who obviously, solidified that first seed.
It's looking like the Cowboys are going to solidify the division.
The Eagles have been looking bad.
They have.
They looked
Been exposed.
unstoppable at the beginning of the year, and now they're...
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of people kept criticizing me about like how, the Cowboys can't even beat the Eagles. If there's one thing I will say about my quarterback, which I've had a lot of people, myself included, have been critical on our quarterback, is that he can beat the NFC East, who is in the NFC East? The Philadelphia Eagles. He has been able to beat the Eagles. Everybody can say, no, this and that, which the first matchup that we had, honestly speaking, we should have won the game. Things happen. It is what it is. But the second game, we showed, we definitely will beat them here, but we have the potential to beat them.
Didn't y'all go 1-1 with them last year?
Yeah, but I mean, over the years, Dak has pretty much owned them.
But I'm saying, like, until y'all do it in the playoffs, I don't think regular season matters because y'all went 1-1 with them last year and they still, went to the Super Bowl. So I say at the beginning of the season, until the Cowboys beat the Niners or the Eagles in the playoffs, it's the same thing every year.
No, it's if we beat the 49ers, because right now the one obstacle that we have is we cannot beat the 49ers for whatever reason. Well, I mean, there's valid reasons. However, the 49ers are the one team that own the Cowboys, unfortunately.
The 13th is the Lions. Bro, and then the 4th seed is the NFC South champion, Bucks.
It's probably going to be the Bucks.
Well, no, honestly.
Baker's been playing good.
The Bucks have the better quarterback.
Yeah.
The 5th seed, Philadelphia, and then the 6th seed, Rams.
Did Baker solidify himself as another starter for the Bucks next year?
Yeah,
or
either
another
a
team?
starter or another team.
I think he gives himself another year for sure.
I agree. I just don't know if it's on the same team. I think
If
they
he was
it's going to be on the
trash,
same team.
Yeah, it depends what their pick is because they could still get a pick, and then even if they pick somebody, they could sit them and then have Baker ahead of them.
Ed, is there a team in the playoffs that you would be worried to play against?
I think it'd be Miami. Bro, we can handle every team in the league, but when you're talking about the pure speed that Miami has, I think that's
especially if Jalen Waddle gets healthy.
I think that's more dangerous than anything that we faced because we've went in there, we beat San Francisco, we've been in there, beat the Jaguars.
You're not worried about Cleveland?
I'm not.
But you already know division games are hard.
11-5 is not a Cinderella story.
Joe Flacco, man,
they have a good team.
Right.
They've had four
I mean,
quarterbacks and they're 11-5. That's crazy.
It's because that defense, which arguably is probably the best defense in the league, has carried that team. I mean, when you only allow allowed 17 points a game, and for the first half of the season, they had Nick Chubb, who was pretty much carrying that offense. But Joe Flacco, who pretty much came out of nowhere and started looking like a or I guess start acting like a top 10 quarterback and actually, perform.
Yeah.
Getting back-to-back 300-yard games and stuff, making, reviving the careers of Amari Cooper and Njoku.
Yeah, and it's not like he's not making mistakes. He's still throwing these picks that Joe Flacco. I've seen Joe Flacco play all my life, but he's playing winning football.
Well, to me, in my honest opinion, I think that's the most dangerous team to y'all.
That's right. I said
they're getting hot at the right time.
And we already know how all division games are. Division games are always the hardest games.
But then again, it'd be in the second round. They would still have to win.
Yeah, so they'd have to see us in Baltimore in the divisional round if they make it.
But if they do.
They already beat y'all once, too.
With DPJ, though. With DTR.
And then you just add Joe Flacco, who's been playing way better.
Yeah. And, I've kept telling Eddie this is it's going to be Flacco's revenge game. I feel like.
I don't know if it's a revenge game.
Well, think about it.
He won a bowl with them.
He got hurt, and pretty much they gave the keys to Lamar.
So what happened with Dak?
It's the same thing that happened with Dak. But I mean, typically, yes, quarterbacks will probably want to have the revenge against a team who, they won the Super Bowl with, they had success with. They thought that they were going to be with them for pretty much all of their career, and then for them to lose their job because of an injury,
I can see where you're coming from.
Grandpa Joe.
The AFC playoff bracket, let me go through it real quick. The Ravens obviously solidified the first, they get that bye. The winner between Miami and the Bills gets that second overall spot.
Damn.
Who y'all think wins that game on Sunday night?
I'm going Miami for my pops, bro. I think I'm gonna go Miami. Even
it's gonna be a good game.
The third seed could be the Kansas City, or it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. And then the AFC South champion is going to be that fourth seed.
Talk about listening.
Tell his ass. Cleveland, they already have the fifth seed. Boom.
Yes.
Bam.
Clear.
Boom.
The sixth seed, no, Miami doesn't fall out of the playoff. And then the seventh spot, Colts. Playoffs, going to be amazing. Pro Bowlers. To me, bro, let me say something.
Snubs.
A
lot of snubs.
Sometimes overrated.
To me, the Pro Bowl, I think it's like who gives a F?
At this point, it's not even like you're talking about the game itself.
I'm talking about like who gets picked.
Nah, it's like basically saying who's all NFL.
Like an all-star team in the NBA.
Not necessarily anymore, because I've been going at him about this. He calls Tyler Huntley a Pro Bowler, but
but it's special, bro. To me, I've noticed that for these players, bro, to get a Pro Bowl selection, like it's special to them.
Yeah, because it's like making an all-star.
It's true and false. True in the sense that yes, the people who like the best of the best are going to be selected Pro Bowls first, but for the reserves and things like that,
so grungy, and that's like the part of me I can't take out. I'm always like, yo, are these people clowning me, fam?
They obviously invite the people who do deserve it, but if they don't accept the invite, then they're going to hand it to the very next person. So that's why I kind of say iffy about that, because when Ed kept bragging about Tyler Huntley being a Pro Bowler with only throwing 600 yards, I'm like, come on, man.
All right.
That was a special case.
I'm sure y'all have a plethora of Dallas Cowboys who made the Pro Bowl.
Dak, of course. CeeDee, probably top 3 receiver. We'll get into that. Best kicker in the NFL right now, Brandon Aubrey, Zach Martin, Micah Parsons. I think that's about it.
Deron Bland.
Oh, Deron Bland, yeah. I'm actually surprised Tyron Smith did not make the list, to be honest.
I don't even see how you judge offensive linemen. It's like, it's so hard.
Yeah. So the receivers are CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Mike Evans, and Puka.
Mike Evans did go off.
Why you say Mike Evans like he shouldn't be there?
Nah, I mean, I think
surprised a little bit.
It is, bro, but
he hooped all year.
He's consistent. Like,
at the beginning of the year, you wouldn't have thought, especially with this quarterback. But some people are saying that Ayuk should replace Puka.
No, I think people are going to say more so that I'm going to say Brown should have replaced Puka.
Oh yeah, how come he didn't get it?
It's a lot of good receivers in the NFC.
Yeah, it's a very stacked line over there, but yeah, I'm actually surprised Amon St. Brown. Like, I get it, Puka has had a great season. Yeah, he's had a great season. Nothing to take away from him, but to take it away from Amon St. Brown, who has been a lot to the Lions, you couldn't really go wrong. Both had a great season, but I'm surprised Amon St. Brown didn't make it.
San Fran had like 8 or 9 Pro Bowlers on their team, so they're a really good squad. I think they had 7. The Ravens had 7. San Francisco had 8. So I mean that's
Trent, CMC,
George Kittle.
Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Warner.
Williams. What's his name? Trent Williams.
That's what I said.
Fred Warner was in there.
Fred Warner.
Nick Bosa,
Nick Bosa.
Javon Hargrave, and Travarius Ward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty much almost our whole defensive line.
Damn.
Let's talk about some snubs. So obviously I mentioned Brandon Ayuk.
Mhm.
This is according to ESPN. Antoine Winfield. They said they should
I haven't
replace
watched enough
Buda
Bucks.
Baker.
Yeah, I haven't watched enough Bucks game. But
Both those safeties play on terrible teams. Though.
Right.
Josh Allen.
Mhm.
That he should replace Tua, but I don't know about that.
Mm.
DeForest Buckner replacing Quinnen Williams. Dustin Hopkins should have replaced Justin Tucker.
Mm.
Honestly, Dustin Hopkins has been playing good.
Yeah, Justin didn't have the best year, but sometimes it is popularity. And Njoku made it for
Well,
the tight ends.
Did he really?
He
Yeah.
did.
He
which
came
on.
up.
He came on hot in the second half of the year. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to think on the AFC, like how many tight ends were actually,
Real good.
yeah, But yeah, there's a lot of snubs. Every year there's always going to be snubs. It's just how it is.
Incredible debate we have here.
It's not a debate. It's one-sided.
All right,
It's
all
not
right, all right.
one-sided. It's one-sided.
Nobody has agreed with him
It's not
on it.
one-sided.
We're not even going to talk about it. We're just going to ask the question.
Yes,
we're going to leave it up to the people.
Leave it up to the people. So we have Bengals fans here.
Leave it up to
and we
them.
have a Cowboys fan, our special guest.
Two of the worst.
First off, don't put D Cowboy fan.
And some biased, some are more biased than others, and that's okay. But we want to hand y'all the question of who would you take on your team as your wide receiver one?
Like, he's about to go all into it. We're not
the real
doing all
question
that.
is
Who's better?
Who's the better receiver?
All right, who's better straight up?
Or you could say you just do both. Do both the questions. Who would you take on your team and who is the better receiver?
CeeDee Lamb.
Or Jamar Chase? Ed, who is it?
Career-wise, I think it's Jamar Chase.
PJ, who is it?
Chase.
JR, who is it? Chase. Marco, who is it?
I think it's CeeDee.
Is this a one-word answer?
Yes, and I know, but I mean, every time I ask y'all, what are y'all basing it off of? You're just saying, oh, he's just better. Better at what?
Everything.
If you were to compare both career stats of both Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb, you will see that CeeDee has produced more every year. Every year he's gotten better. Jamar Chase, on the other hand, has gone lower. And again, not taking anything away from Jamar Chase, I still think he's a top 5 receiver. I just think CeeDee's better.
Again, you let us know in the comments what you think. Nobody has agreed with this man. It's blasphemous that he's even making his argument. I think everybody will agree the top 3 receivers in the NFL are Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase. Not in that order, but I think everybody would agree those are the top 3 receivers
you
in
think
the NFL.
that Jamar Chase is better than Justin Jefferson?
I mean, I don't think it's a bad argument. I think they're 1 and 2.
I thought we weren't going to debate on this.
I know.
I thought we weren't going to go on a tangent.
And I thought just Sam Howell was going to be the quarterback for
Look
the
at this
Redskins.
shit. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
We're not called that anymore. This is bullshit.
Hey, Ed, who called the Sam Howell not the guy take?
You.
It's
me,
All
right?
All right, you.
Jared, you aren't right yet.
What do you mean?
You aren't right yet.
He's
gonna be right?
been awful the whole
won't-
second half of the season.
You won't be proved right until May.
What is it leaning towards more?
Wait, why May?
That's when the draft is.
Well, what is it leaning
But
towards
what
more?
would
A couple months ago, it was Sam Howell because he was playing great and he was tops in the leagues in passing yards.
That's it. But he was also
Now-
but he was also tops in the league in interceptions.
Now, fam, I think it's different. I think it's
Skedaddle.
different.
but even
I think it's different because,
it's time
bro,
to skedaddle.
they're 4-12. They're a bottom tier team, and you have Sam Howell playing.
And we're getting a new coach.
Yes, and he got benched one game, right?
2 games.
Two
Yeah,
games.
because of that dumbass.
And the only reason why he's playing now is because what's his name?
Jacoby Brissett.
Got hurt.
Crazy trade scenario where the Commanders somehow flip up to number 1 and get Caleb Williams in the draft.
They could
Next
still
year.
get him at 2. Because
Yeah.
I don't think the Bears are going to draft.
I think somebody's
That'll-
going to trade up to 1. to
That'll be
honest.
the dumbest thing that Washington would ever do for their career. And honestly speaking, if I am Washington and I am really talking about rebuild, if I was the GM there, I would keep Sam Howell for 1 more year. Why? Because that number 2 and
just because he's what is it?
hold on.
Go to look at all the draft stocks.
I
What do
know.
they say?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Draft
the
stock.
Oh,
only-
the
okay.
mock drafts.
The only
Stars.
reason I would say to keep Sam Howell 1 more year is because of the fact you can start stockpiling
Building.
on picks, right? You put it at this: Washington is not going to be in the top in the next few years. I mean,
okay, that's fair, Marco. What do you get though? You get Marvin Harrison Jr. or you get a lineman?
Nah.
They have a good. They have a good receiving core
Yeah,
now.
we do.
yeah. So
Who do you get?
well, I mean, they're
If-
decent, not good, but
If
decent.
Commanders are top 5, you don't want to give up on Sam Howell. Then who do you get?
No, like I said, you're gonna keep him for one more year.
Yeah, you don't give up on him.
Well, I mean, yes, you don't have to necessarily give up on him, but stockpile your picks. Trade that number 2 pick for several picks and start building around that team. I'm not saying build around Sam Howell, but you can use Sam Howell as a rental.
I don't know. I'm with the guy in the corner over there. I think you rebuild, you draft a quarterback top 5,
Bam.
you make them compete for the job,
Exactly.
and then whoever's better
Exactly.
gets the
And
job.
again, I try to. I hate that he says it's a bad comparison, but it's a great comparison to compare it to what we did with Joe Burrow. We had Andy Dalton, who was a good quarterback for so long.
I never said anything about this.
When I said it earlier, you were like, "Bro, stop bringing up Joe Burrow, bro. We don't care about Joe Burrow, bro." It's the same thing. We traded.
I mean, yeah.
It's the same thing. We drafted a quarterback who was great in
okay.
college.
Honestly
Okay.
speaking, you can't go wrong with drafting Caleb over Sam Howell.
And
And
he-
talent-wise, yes, Caleb.
And
is,
what did I say? I would only take Caleb Williams over Sam Howell. Did
But,
I not
but
say that?
you just said earlier you would also take Drake Mayer.
May.
I'm sorry, I got the name
I
wrong.
would too, but that's just in that situation.
So
like,
then
it
you-
depends on the situation
I
over
don't know,
in.
but what?
Obviously, bro, it's obviously
I
showing-
honestly think the only 2 good quarterbacks in the NFL that will be like superstar quarterbacks are Drake May and Caleb Williams. Those are the only 2. The other ones might be pretty good, and I could be wrong because I'm bad at quarterback.
Because you said Will Levis is going to be bad. He's been pretty good.
He's been all right.
I think he solidified himself as a starter for next year.
I don't know. Michael Penix, what he did to my Texas Longhorns makes me cry. But he
Either
was pretty
way,
good.
either way, bro. I made the argument he wasn't that guy. I had my reasons for it. Y'all clown me. Dudes on TikTok was clowning me. Everybody was calling me a hater.
Not on TikTok.
Boy, you should have seen the rant. Oh,
Not
yeah, my
Pookie.
God. It was so bad. The rant was crazy. I was arguing with like 10 people at the same time.
Durant.
And then that's what it's leaning towards. Y'all going to draft a quarterback
Okay.
and y'all going
Plain
to start
small as
over.
white.
I would, and it also depends on the coach we get.
Who do you think? Do you think y'all move Eric Bieniemy to your head coach?
That would be fine, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we're gonna go young.
Like,
Young.
name some names, or do you not know?
I would like their DC.
Mike
Mc-
McDonald,
yeah,
he
I
is
would
gonna
like him.
he's gonna get coaching
I would-
interviews this year.
That's one person. I mean, and
I wouldn't
don't
be
know.
surprised if teams are asking permission to John Harbaugh saying, "Can we interview Mike McDonald during the season, during the playoffs?"
There's
Yeah.
also another rumor where people are looking at Ben Johnson from the Lions.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
He's a good coordinator too.
He's the offensive coordinator for the Lions, and obviously, what he has done to the offense to revitalize that offense has been wonderful for the Lions fans.
It's always these random ass coordinators that you don't hear about till the end of the year.
yeah. Just look at when the people hired the Eagles coordinators last
Yeah,
year.
yeah. Well, I like their coordinator because I think we need a. I don't know. I think we need a defensive minded coach, but then an offense like I don't know, but I don't.
I mean, y'all had a defensive coach before.
Yeah,
and it
but
didn't work out.
he is so stuck in his ways though. He's too. I don't know.
The Washington Panthers.
Yeah, exactly. He tried the same shit that he did when the Panthers went to the Super Bowl and did not work.
So PJ, right now,
Get him out
So PJ, right now, if the draft was today, who y'all drafting? Second
today, and we're getting the second pick.
Yeah,
Who goes
Damn.
first?
Damn.
Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Bears.
Then we get Caleb Williams.
How confident are we that the Bears are going to stick with Justin Fields?
We want Fields. We want Fields.
I'm like,
If
That's
Chicago
real.
is
That's-
more, yes.
That's
I'm like,
real.
I'm like 80% sure they're going to keep Justin Fields.
The Bears' history these past few years says otherwise, where they have did terrible in the draft and made terrible decisions.
Who they draft last year?
That Tennessee lineman, but he's okay. He's good.
But I mean, they have a lot of decision making that is sus.
No, but the best thing they ever did was trade that first pick.
You can't go wrong with Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, I honestly feel he's a generational type receiver.
I think he'll be top 3 in about 2-3 years.
Yeah, I mean,
He'll be better than Jamar Chase. I think he has better upside than Jamar Chase. Okay. Have I said anything about Marvin Harrison this year? I said he's. Come on.
Like I said, the dude is what you would find at a prototypical. Actually, better than a prototypical receiver because most receivers are between 6 and 6'2". Homeboy is 6'4", 2 some pounds, runs pretty high in the 40s, and I mean what he's been doing at Ohio State the past couple of years. I mean, it's incredible. And then pairing him up with DJ Moore.
Yeah, that would be,
I mean,
that'd be
and
crazy.
Ohio State receivers always pan out.
Yeah,
They always pan out.
Yeah, now it's just making sure that the coach actually uses his weapons. Chicago, honestly, you can't go wrong either way. You can stick with keeping the number 1 pick and getting Marvin Harrison, or getting a king's ransom and, trading the number 1 pick.
What if y'all go get Bill Belichick?
We would have to trade for him.
Belichick ain't going to Washington.
They're saying AFC South teams or NFC South teams.
No, if anything, he'll probably go to the Chargers. He wants to be by the beach.
I think that might be Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a case too, but I mean, nobody wants to go to Washington.
I beg to differ.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody.
Did you see their dad, bro? He looks exactly.
Yeah, John Harbaugh said, my dad, he's a little more polished in front of the mic. But my mom, you get her in front of a mic, she gonna tell you how she feels. When she did, she was screaming.
She said, holy moly.
Yeah. No, but it's scary how much he and his dad look alike.
Oh, I will say this. We were talking about receivers in this draft. This draft class of receivers might be the best ever, especially in the first round.
That's why I said Chicago could be smart enough to hold a king's ransom for that number 1 overall pick because of the talent of receiver.
You got Marvin Harrison, who's the next Jamar Chase. You got Malik Neighbors, who's probably the next A.J. Brown. You got Keon Coleman, who's probably
There's a lot of talks him coming to Cincinnati.
crazy.
Yeah.
You got Roma Dunze, who's crazy, that receiver from South Carolina. And
you
then
got Xavier Worthy.
Worthy.
Who declared for the draft.
So who are our Super Bowl picks for right now?
Like who wins or who's playing in the Super Bowl?
Who do you have winning the Super Bowl this year?
Coming out of the NFC, I think the 49ers are going to come out, obviously.
And who come out of the AFC?
I think the Ravens are going to come out the AFC.
And who wins?
I think the Ravens do.
PJ.
So you're buying into the conspiracy of the colors?
You seen that? I seen that too. So
it is red and purple, right?
Yeah. So I think it will be the Ravens. The NFC, I'm going with Ed. I think I'm going exactly with Ed. I think it's 49ers and Ravens at this point. I mean, that's kind of boring because they're both the number 1 seeds. But I don't know. I think the Ravens for sure, it's their year to at least get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you win 2 games and you're in.
Yeah, I think Brock Purdy, I think he does it. And I think it's the Ravens who win it all this year, unfortunately. I don't mind it, actually. It doesn't matter, but.
Go ahead, Marco.
All right. Well, I'll say this. How about them Cowboys? Having said that, I am probably kind of following the trend right here. Unfortunately, the 49ers are our big brother right now until we're able to beat them. So I see the 49ers advancing for the NFC. Unless I get my bold prediction and I get it correct, which I know Ed is hoping that I am wrong, the Ravens will probably come out on top.
3 out of 3, y'all.
I do also have the Niners in the Super Bowl, and I have the Dolphins also in the Super Bowl. I have the Dolphins and Niners, and I have the Niners winning. I think they have a good. I think they have. I don't like y'all at all. I despise the Ravens.
I know you do.
In my body.
Hey, I mean, but Ravens win 1 game. Who's seeing us in the AFC Championship game?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I mean, probably the Dolphins, I guess. Yeah, because if I pick the Dolphins to go Super Bowl, that's who it would be.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
We're gonna play. Think about it. We're gonna play the lowest seed when we get into the division round.
I mean, but again, we've seen this so many years. Y'all frauds.
Yeah, well,
and I've called this.
And
I would like it to be Ravens and the Browns.
And this is where Ed gets mad at me for comparing our quarterbacks. Because yes, Lamar may have between my quarterback and Ed's quarterback. Yes, Lamar has the MVP right now.
Say what you say.
However,
say your statement.
Both our quarterbacks do very well in the regular season. Both have great stats. Playoff success wise, when you compare the two, Lamar and Dak are both 1-3 in the playoffs.
Factual. That's a factual statement.
Neither have made it past the second round.
You heard it here first. You got our Super Bowl picks for the upcoming Super Bowl. Playoffs are coming. What?
I got one more little segment for TikTok. Just for the TikTok. Guess that college.
Oh, yeah. This is a PJ segment. PJ is the best at naming what college what players went to college. So let's do it, Ed. I want to see if how many players we got.
All right, we got 6 players here. All right, if PJ goes 6 for 6, I'm gonna give him $10 right now, right here on camera.
Dang, can I go for this too?
He gonna ask for that 10 right back as soon as we get off.
Nope. But PJ guesses all 6. He gets a prize. If he doesn't, guess that college. Tyler Lindenbaugh.
Iowa.
Notre Dame.
You are correct.
Ding, 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 ding.
Number 2, Amon Ross St. Brown. Where did he go to college?
The University of Southern California.
Ding, 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 ding.
He's nice.
Two
I'm telling
He's
y'all.
nice with it.
He's
All right.
nice.
It's going to get a little harder, guys. All right. So, number 3, Trent Williams.
Trent Williams went to Oklahoma.
Ding, 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 ding,
He's
ding.
nice. Gang is
Oklahomians.
Number 4. Now it's going to get real hard.
Oh no.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore went to Maryland.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's 4 for 4.
Did you know that?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell no, I don't watch college. What the?
All right, 2 more.
2 more.
And I get this shmoney.
Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks. He went to Oregon State.
He's nice.
Yeah.
Ding, ding,
Come for
ding.
PJ. He got all the answers.
Oh God.
Last one, Fred Warner. Where did he go to college?
I know this.
Ha.
Brigham Young University.
Talk to me then, gang.
Talk to me nice,
Talk to
goddammit.
me then, gang. Well, boom. You see how nice he is on it. If you got a player, meme that. Ha. Laughed before he got
Hey,
it.
send me $10 too, though. I got seniority.
But boom, if you got a player you don't know PJ could get right, leave it in the comments and he'll comment right back for you.
Wow.
Well, that's kind of, I could just look it up.
Well, damn. But you seen it here first. Another episode coming at you by Down by Zero. Playoffs are coming, and boom, we coming with the coverage. So boom, y'all be ready for it. Let us know who you have winning the Super Bowl, and just like that with another episode of Down by Zero, we are out.
Do you like football?
No?